Hey again, guys and gals. We are back once again, and this time we're taking a look at the Apparition of Thorns. For anyone who's watched some of my earlier videos, you'll probably immediately notice that this is a rendition of Black Rose of Thorns, my main and favorite hero. But this is a sort of what if she was a villain. And given her whole deal with the Rikti and how she hates them and blah blah blah, easily taken too far, that kind of thing, it doesn't seem that far-fetched. So yeah, in this form, she is a not mutation. She's Spine's ninjutsu scrapper, or rather, excuse me, stalker. I can't think. So yeah, generally, unfortunately, the costume, though I like it quite a bit, is hidden. So yeah. But let's take a look at a stalker, shall we? We're going to take on some council, as seems to be a theme around here. You know what? Before I do, let's check my difficulty, just to make sure that we're not completely pushing over. Again, why did I not have bosses on a stalker? We'll just do +1, that's fine. And we'll just do, you know, even level. I don't think I'll have as much to show with this character as I did on my last one. If you've watched Black Rose of Thorns, you already know the Spine's powers. I'll go over them again, and, you know, them in their stalker form, but mostly the same sort of thing. And ninjutsu is largely passive, so you see my toggles here, along with weave from the fighting pool, maneuvers, and assault from the leadership pool. Let's use secondary mutation, see what we got. Reduced recharge, that's nice. Let's use our hasten before we get in here. We got 3 minions here. We will immediately begin with an Assassin's Impaler, which is a stealth strike. We will follow it up with a throw of our spine with Impale. We will use Lunge to finish this guy off. We will then use Ripper, take him apart, and we will use Impale. I should have used Assassin's Impaler there to get the bonus, because once they fixed it to where after you've used several attacks, you have a chance to immediately use Assassin Strike without any wind-up, which is awesome. So let's use that on this guy that we have not hurt. Bam, insta-crit, and he's dead. And even without the guaranteed crit, Assassin's Impaler, or rather all of the stealth strikes, got to where they were superior damage attacks without a wind-up in combat, which is fantastic. But sadly, I never played my Stalker too much after the changes they made to Stalkers that round, which, man, I mean, they'd gotten so much better. It's really sad that, you know, there wasn't... Or rather, I guess I should say that Stalkers weren't like this from the beginning, because, I mean, Stalkers just felt so much more viable after these changes. We'll try to tackle probably something a little tougher after this, but that will be the last mission with her, I'm quite confident. You know what, let's take out this werewolf. He's more annoying. I missed him. Great. You know what? Let's just fight them. Enough with the stealth. And Stalkers generally are single target attackers, but I do love having some with spines as a Stalker. Okay, there we go, we're hidden. They're attacking us, but that's fine, because our defenses are pretty darn awesome. Okay, I can't reach him. So let's just throw some spines and use our Spine Burst. Just lunge, still not enough. We're not even going to bother using our Stealth Strike. We're going to save that for the next group, though I think that there's probably only one more group on this floor. No, there's not even a room here, so that's it for this floor. Let's go up. We're going to hit Hasten. I haven't used Placate at all, or Placate, I think is actually how you say it. Not exactly a word I have in my normal vocabulary, but I do think it's Placate. Alright, here let's Stealth Strike this guy. Then we're going to use Placate just for giggles. As you can see, he does not know we're here any longer. We can then proceed to Stealth Strike him just for giggles. Let's use our... oh, we found the microchip. That didn't take long. I should also try out Blinding Powder, show you what that does. It's got a chance for confusion, but it guaranteed it will do -2 hit and perception. And sleep, I don't even remember it having a sleep effect, but then again, it's not something I really use too often. So you can see he's confused, but he hasn't been alerted yet, so he's not attacking anybody. And he's not gonna be alerted to anybody. So we're just gonna wait for this again, and we're gonna take him out. The confuse effect on that is actually quite small, I believe. I don't remember exactly, but I did slot it with Contagious Confusion, which does give it a better chance to affect someone. If anyone is confused, it has a chance to affect people around them, I believe. And looks like, wow, that's really it for this mission. We're definitely going to do another one because, gosh, there was probably only, like, what, 7 groups in that entire place? Hardly a showcase. So yeah, we'll turn up the difficulty a little bit because that seemed really meager. You know what we'll do? We'll turn up the difficulty, we'll crank it up, but we'll keep just a few enemies. We will crank it up to +4 and see how we fare. We have a pretty fair chance of getting smacked down at +4, just because Stalkers have such low health, 1400 health. I mean, 2 good hits from you know, a boss and a lieutenant could probably take us out. So let's take down Taramis. Sounds like a Circle of Thorns guy, if you ask me. Unless he's in a cave. If he's in a cave, we're just gonna reroll. Looks like the sewers are okay. It's kind of funny. If it was real life, I might I might feel opposite, given that the cave was not something you were gonna have to go spelunking in and that kind of thing, because screw that. Okay, we got 54s here. She does not have any incarnate abilities, so they are straight up +4 to her, as opposed to +3 like so many of my other characters. So let's lay into this guy. Instant stealth strike, dead. Throw some spines. Use an impale. Let's still. Oh, the guy was already almost dead. I did not realize that. Must have critted with my Ripper there. Okay. We're going to. Okay, build up isn't up yet, but I don't feel like waiting. Oh, pfft, now it's up. Okay, well I missed anyway. That's pretty piss poor. So we're gonna use build up now that it's back up, and this time we should hit. Last video, unfortunately, I actually had some breathing issues in the microphone. Apparently, I had it too close to my face. I moved it back a little. I hope that takes care of it. But you know, I have to sort of position this every time I make this video, so it's hard for me to know. I should probably have done some initial testing, but I just kind of hopped into it. Very, very professional around here. Ugh. Gosh. You know what? Now I remember why I don't fight 54s with her that often. Just, I don't have tactics, so I miss these guys all the time. Okay, there we go. Missing, not fun. Never has been, never will be. Alright, this time we're gonna get a little more creative. We're gonna use Blinding Powder, and then we're gonna go in there. We're gonna use that. The distance on this really sucks, doesn't it? Okay, look at that. So we got some confusion going on, and also the sleep effect. So we're gonna take advantage of them while they're fighting each other under confusion. Oh, we finished him off. And then the DOT from my spine actually took him down. So that worked out just swimmingly. Alright, this time, let's use our Assassin's Impaler. We're now going to placate the entire group. They don't know we're here now. Throw some spines. Use Ripper. Placate. Though actually, over with the DOT, that alerted him. That's one thing that I don't like about this combination. Like, I generally love spines and ninjutsu, but unfortunately the synergy there, rather it lacks synergy there, because of the DOT of spines, and placate, if you do any damage, will alert them to your presence. And unfortunately, though it shouldn't be, mechanically, the DOT does alert them to you. So I wish that's something that had gotten fixed at some point, but it is what it is. Okay, got this guy almost taken care of. Okay, finish him off, please. You know what? We're gonna hit him. Okay, or we're gonna miss him. We're gonna use our heal here because we did get smacked up. That's the first time I've actually used that, so that says good things. And yeah, I've used all of my main abilities, haven't I? This is my status protection on auto, so that's the only thing there. This is the villain alignment power, which, you know, I'll use for giggles here in a minute probably. It brings me into stealth and increases my damage briefly, I believe. Okay, let's use it here. Should bring me automatically into stealth. Yeah, see, I'm hidden, even though normally it would have taken a little longer. And I missed. So, you know what? Let's just hit him. But, you know, not something that I use, you know, with any sort of frequency, really. It's a cute little power, but that's kind of all it is to me. Okay, not tolerate failure. Let's see if we can confuse this guy. If we get lucky. Not the boss, the minion I meant. Okay, we couldn't. I don't want to have to deal with the minions, so we're going to just take him down with a stealth strike. Now we'll focus on the boss. We shouldn't have any problems with him. He can do some damage to us, but, you know, we've got our heal up and ready. We've got our placate, which I'm going to use here in a second. We need to use our status protection first, though. Okay, we're going to use our placate. That should give us enough time to pop build up. Indeed it does. It recharges. Hit him with another assassin strike. A little bit of framiness going on, but that's okay. Wow, that framiness isn't going away either. Well, okay, there it went. That was strange. Oh no! I wanted to use the orange circle. Okay, now the framiness is back. This is really weird and random. Okay, you know what? I'll go with 2. Yeah, we did get the crit. You get a 33% chance more of a crit per hit. Okay, he's trying to explode on us, and we took him out anyway. And that is that. Apparition of Thorns, I like this costume on her because this one just, it looks more evil, doesn't it? The haircut, the sort of hair looks really disheveled and almost just kind of slicked down. I like it. I like it a lot. I think the crown does a lot too. The sort of organic, thorny crown. I believe she has all the costumes. Oh, never mind. She just has the main one in this one. Because I've been too lazy to unlock costumes on her. And that's kind of how she'll remain, sadly. And her build, again, a quick look. We'll move through this quickly as we've been doing. With Lunge, we have a full set of Touch of Death, Spine Burst, Obliteration, another Touch of Death, and Assassin's Impaler. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone there. Build Up has Galson's Synchronized Fire Control, Placate has a single recharge, Impale has Apocalypse, Ripper has Siroko's Dervish. In Throw Spines, we have 5 Ragnaroks, and then the proc from Positron's Blast, chance for energy damage. Hide has the Luck of the Gambler, the standard 3 slot, Defense, Endurance, and the 7.5 increased global recharge. Same for Ninja Reflexes and Danger Sense. Kujin Rin, which is our status protection, has a single recharge. Kujin Sha, that's the heal, has 5 Doctored Wounds and a single recharge. Smoke Flash, a single recharge. Blinding Powder has a Coercive Persuasion, which is the purple Confusion set. Brawl has a single accuracy. Sprint has a Stealth IO. Rest has nothing. I normally would have put a heal in there, but I obviously forgot. Swift has a run. Hurdle has a jump. Health has a standard Miracle Recovery, Innuminate Convalescence Recovery, and Regeneration buff. Stamina has Performance Shifter, the 4 usual ones. Combat Jumping, we have all 3 in the set. Super Jump, we have the Slow Resistance from Winter's Gift. Hasten has 3 recharge, Boxing 1 accuracy, Tough has the 2 plus 3% defenses, 1 from steadfast protection, 1 from gladiator's armor. Weave has the standard 3 luck of the gamblers. Assault has a endurance reduction. Maneuvers has the 3 general luck of the gamblers. And physical perfection has the 4 same slotting as stamina to give us some more endurance. And wow, that was a real mouthful, but I feel like I'm getting pretty good at just giving a very brief overview of the build and getting people who are sort of into that thing an idea of what I have. And you know, if you really want to know what the bonuses are from each, it's easy to pause. But the important thing over here is you can see that her melee defense is at 51.75%, and her range and AoE are just both over 45%, which is acceptable, though not fantastic if you're going on, say, an incarnate trial or something. But generally in those sorts of things, you have at least 1 or 2 defensive buffs anyway, so it hasn't really been a big problem. But this is not a character I ever really played much in that stuff. I think she's run 2 incarnate trials total. So yeah, a character that I find more of a solo sort. On those bigger sorts of things, I generally tend to prefer my support characters, though sometimes I do play melee. But yeah, that is the Apparition of Thorns. As always, thank you for watching, and there will be more of these to come in the coming 6 days, so please stay tuned. Thanks for watching.